Let me tell you a story in the form of a dream. I don't know why I have to tell it, but I know what it means. Close your eyes, just picture the scene that I painted for you. It was World War II when this man named Kenji woke up. He wasn't a soldier, he was just a man with a family who owned a store in LA. That day he crawled out of bed like he always did, bacon and eggs with wife and kids. He lived on the second floor of a little store he ran. He moved to LA from Japan. They called him immigrant in Japanese. He'd say he was called Issei. That meant first generation in the United States when everybody was afraid of the Germans, afraid of the Japs, but most of all afraid of homeland attack. That morning, when Ken went out on the doormat, his world went black, cause right there, front page news. 3 weeks before 1942, her house was being bombed that the Japs are coming. Pictures of soldiers dying and running. Ken knew what it would lead to, and just like he guessed, the president said the evil Japanese in our home country would be locked away. They gave Ken a couple of days to get his whole life packed in 2 bags. Just 2 bags, he couldn't even pack his clothes, and so folks didn't even have a suitcase to pack anything in. So 2 trash bags is all they gave them, and when the kids asked Mom, where are we going? Nobody even knew what to say to them. Ken didn't want to lie. He said the US is looking for spies, so you have to live in a place called Manzanar, where a lot of Japanese people are. Stop it, don't look at the gunman. You don't want to get the soldiers to wonder if you're gonna run or not, because if you run then you might get shot. Other than try not to think about it. Try not to worry about being so crowded, or someday we'll get out. Someday. Someday. So now they're in town with soldiers surrounding them. Every day, every night, look down at them from watchtowers up on the wall. Ken couldn't really hate them at all. They were just doing their job, and he wasn't gonna make any progress. He had a little garden, vegetables and fruits that he gave to the troops in the basket his wife made. But in the back of his mind, he wanted his family's life saved. Prisoners of war in their old damn country, what for? At time passed in the prison town, he wondered if he'd live it down, if and when they were free. The only way out was joining the army, and supposedly some men went over the army signed on, and ended up flying to Japan with bomb. The 15 kiloton blast put an end to the war pretty fast. 2 cities were blown to bits. The end of the war came quick, and can't get out. Big house went on a normal life with his kid and his wife, but then they got back to their home, and what they saw made him feel so alone. These people have thrashed every room, smashed in the windows and bashed in the doors, written on walls and the floor, Jack's not welcome anymore. And Kenji dropped both of his bags and his eyes and just stood outside. He looked at his wife without words to say. She looked back at him, wiping tears away, and said, someday we'll be okay. Someday. Now the names have been changed, but the story is true. My family was locked up back in 42. My family was there when it was dark and damp, and they called it an internment camp. Thank you so much.